Hello everyone, my name is Michael Lee Joshua and I'm part of the group here. I don't think that my ongoing videos are going to be necessarily appropriate to share here since everyone is doing tutorials, training, marketing videos, and that's not really the direction I'm going to go. So I don't think I'll be uploading a lot of mine here, although I will have a channel. If you guys want to check it out, you certainly can. This is one of my first sites. This is where I started. I started building sites in HTML years and years ago. So just to give you a Cliff Notes version of where my life has gone, I started with HTML. I've graduated into WordPress, even though I've never converted this one to WordPress. There's just too much in the site to convert it. It's just not worth it to me. So I have been published in several newspapers. I write inspirational fiction, and a lot of it is flash fiction, which means it's from start to finish, it's 1,000 words or less. And I've been published in a couple of these are print newspapers, and some of them are online. And I found out that I was published in them simply by going and Googling myself and finding my stories. I have been writing inspirational fiction since November 2009, as you can see right here. Some of those are book reviews and some of those are the little stories that I did. And that's really where my heart is writing in inspirational fiction, and I do a lot of stuff that has to do with my grandkids. So I just like to write not necessarily feel-good stuff, but kind of feel-good stuff. So I've been published in this book right here, has one of my stories. It's called Lessons from Grandpa, which has been stolen probably 50 times on the web because it talks about a grandpa whose hearing is not very good. So I've actually had it stolen and used on websites where they're selling hearing aids, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I've tried to take them down. It's just not worth the heartburn anymore. I've also been published in one of Jane Seymour's Open Hearts books. As you can see, she autographed it for me through her agent and sent it to me. I also was quoted several times in this book. The foreword was done by Julie Ziegler, and I was quoted in there for SEO because I have done SEO in the past as well. I've used to build websites for a client. When I lived in Colorado Springs, I built probably 50 websites for him, and by the time it was done, I could put up a 7 to 8 page WordPress site with unique content in just a few hours. So it was making quite a bit of money. But it's just not where my heart is. I really would rather write. So what happened was when I moved to Colorado Springs and I got rid of that client from Colorado, I moved up to Wyoming, and I was working on a financial controller is my claim to fame in the oil and gas exploration industry. And I started at that point following some people that were selling teas on Facebook. So for the last year and a half, I have sold t-shirts on Facebook and did pretty well. Just in March, I sold that domain, actually sold my store, and got out of the t-shirt business because dealing with the issues with people buying a small shirt when they should have really gotten a 2X. It was just kind of a nightmare, and I just got tired of dealing with it. So I have moved back again to my first love, which is writing, and now I am publishing ebooks. And I've got over the last month, I've put up 40 kids' picture books on Kindle and CreateSpace, and my CreateSpace books are selling 2 to 1 on Kindle. I'm sure because they're kids' books and they're pictures, and parents really want the pictures, which is fine with me. I've also got some books, some full-length books that I am having written for me that I will push out. This, of course, is my love. I did this one, How Great Is Our God? It's a devotional that follows Christ's life in comparison to ours, daily situations and things that are similar, and actually more similar than I thought they would be when I first started this book. So I've put this one out there. I joined a number of writers groups and I have pitched it to traditional publishers, but getting a nonfiction book out through a traditional publisher is pretty tough when you're trying to reach agents and you don't really have a platform that works for them. So I decided to put it up on Kindle. I've got it on Kindle and I've also got it on CreateSpace, and I'm just now starting to promote that. So if you want to check that out, I would appreciate it. It goes free, I want to say this week at some point. So if anybody wants to download it and take a look at it and leave me a review, that would be helpful. This is where I am going on YouTube. This is a passionate thing for me. There are a lot of people that I know in the Christian community who have never read through the Bible in a year, and I know everybody always has that as a goal and they don't get it done. So what I'm going to do is actually follow a book. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to follow this one and do a video series, reading the Bible through in a year. And I've already developed a nice journal for folks. If they want to pick it up, they can get it on CreateSpace. And all you have to do is put your notes based on that day's reading, and in a year, following along, you'll be able to get through the Bible, or whoever is following the channel will be able to get through the Bible in a year. So that's kind of one of my goals. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to review books by reading the first chapter. A lot of my author friends are inspirational fiction, because that's the network I'm in, and I've already gotten permission from a number of publishers to read the first chapter of some books as a teaser to see if I can generate some, not necessarily the affiliate sales, but generate some interest for friends of mine that are authors. And I read a lot. If you can see behind me all the books, I read a lot. So it will be kind of a mission for me to introduce people to new writers. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. 61 and semi-retired at this point, living in down in the Austin area, and hoping to build something through Kindle and CreateSpace, along with this particular mission on YouTube, to build a residual income for retirement. So if you've got any questions, certainly reach out to me. This is a one-take video, and hopefully you learned a little bit about me, maybe more than you needed to know, but it's great to be here in the group. And Brian, I really appreciate everything you're doing for all of us. Thanks.